Hi everyone, DJ here. Welcome to Selena City and Lego World Part 151. If you guys haven't checked out over the last part of Selena City, may go check that part out before this one. Because over last week we had returned was to Selena Beach World, basically like mostly beginning of June. Well, pretty much like few days of June. So if you guys haven't checked out that part out, may go check that part out before this one. So today we are showing some more showcase build of Selena Beach World. Now these showcase builds, pretty much for the first one, I have already shown this one before because I pretty much shown around last month of Selena City. But the second one, the third one, and the fourth one are pretty much new. Well, I'm not entirely sure of the second one because I feel like I recognize the second one I pretty much shown before. But these will be some very interesting showcase builds I'll be showing today in Selena Beach World. So, I'll wait no time as always. Let's get into this. It feels so good to be back in Selena Beach World again because we just came back to it around late around January of 2025. And most of all, this will pretty much be the last time ever, and I mean the last time ever I'll be showing mostly Selena Beach World, is because I'm pretty much be building a new Selena Beach World, which is not gonna be like this anymore. It's gonna be a whole different world, by the way. It might still have the same house. I'm not entirely sure, but the most of it is going to be like a little bit different, like different showcase builds, different like areas. We might even have like a new guard around Selena Beach World, so that'll be very cool to see. So that will be probably happening around 2026. I'm not entirely sure what month it's going to be happening, by the way, but it will be happening around 2026. So I can't wait to pretty much do that around next year of that year. So pretty much these are the last showcase builds I've pretty much shown. So if you guys haven't checked that part out. So let's go over here and pretty much here on the showcase build. So let's start off with the first one. Now the first showcase build I'll be showing is really one of the showcase build I just shown over last month of Selena City, and that is the Mushroom Hunt. Now pretty much the Mushroom Hunt is pretty much a interesting showcase build. It kind of reminds me of the one from One Piece. What I shown was the when I pretty much saw one of the episodes of that season. I think it was season 6 of Skypiea. Before they had the Skypiea was that one house. I can't think of what it's called because it's been so long since I watched One Piece of over last year of 2024. I literally forgot what it's called, but it reminded me of that house, by the way, or should I say that hunt. So which is very interesting. So pretty much it has the bed of pretty much the mushroom color of the red and white, with pretty much the couch of the red and white as well, especially with the table. So which is pretty much nice. This is probably one of the most very interesting showcase builds I've pretty much shown from over late last month. So which is very interesting. I mean, this feels like something I would probably build in Minecraft, by the way, but let me remind you, I have never built an actual mushroom before in Minecraft, by the way. Especially not saying I have not seen a mushroom, but I don't really see mushrooms that often in Minecraft at all. So this is probably one of the most interesting takes pretty much for meshing this, by the way. Because the only thing I can see mostly just from Lady Mushroom is in Minecraft, especially the mushroom cows. If y'all don't remember those animals, they're pretty much just like cows, but they have mushrooms pretty much from the back of their backs, and pretty much they're red and white. So which is very interesting. So that's pretty much an interesting take to pretty much to say right there. But still, it's pretty good to see this showcase build again, pretty much around last month, and it's one of also the newest showcase builds I have shown in 2025, especially for the second time being shown as well. So which is pretty much great. So, Mushroom Hunt, welcome to Selena Beach World. Alright, the next one is pretty much a interesting showcase build that's pretty much remind me of one of the showcase build I pretty much shown from Lee over here. And that is the coral, just the coral. Pretty much just gonna say the coral, but yeah, just pretty much just the coral. So pretty much this is a coral showcase build, which is pretty much interesting. I'm not entirely sure if people still find, or if it was in Discovery, I'm not entirely sure they still just explore under the water and probably look for interesting instead of fishes and octopuses and sharks. But most of all, I think corals is probably one of the most beautiful things to pretty much see. I don't know, they just pretty much just a bunch of I think you could say rocks, but just built in a weird way. But they look pretty much pretty to see. So that's pretty much nice. So I do love how they look pretty much in Lego World, so that's pretty much very something. But still, this is a really good showcase build. Pretty much a interesting one. Not much to show from this one, but it pretty much looks nice, and it's pretty much one of the newest showcase build I have pretty much shown now pretty much in 2025, and also in Selena Beast World. So which is pretty much great. So Coral, welcome to Selena Beast World. Alright, the next one is pretty much another one, but instead of being the coral actually, it's actually called the coral tubes. Now, if I remember in Discovery, if I pretty much remember in this Discovery actually, I think there is coral tubes in real life. I'm pretty much sure because I think they blow bubbles pretty much like coming out of it, so which is interesting. Kind of a little hard to explain this, but they pretty much like literally blow up like bubbles, like literally like actual bubbles when like I think like the water pressure or something like that. So that's very interesting. This is probably one of the most like interesting shellcat builds I pretty much like mostly shown, by the way, because it does look pretty much cool. I do love how they pretty much did it with like in real life to pretty much in Lego World, so that's pretty much nice to see. I don't know what else I can pretty much also say about this. I can pretty much say it's pretty much cool, and it's pretty much the newest shellcat build I've pretty much shown in 2025, so which is pretty much great. So coral tubes, welcome to Selena Beast World. Alright, and the last shellcat build I will be showing is one of the most very interesting shellcat builds, but it's pretty much another coral shellcat build, which I think y'all probably already seen the name, and that is the flat coral. Now, I never heard a real life rock or probably like a ocean rock that's called the flat coral, because I'm not entirely sure if this is a real thing or not. I might have to search on Google just to make sure. But I'll probably be starting that on my own time. But anyways, this is one of the most like interesting like shellcat builds I've pretty much seen. I wouldn't say that's as much of an oppressive shellcat build. I mean, it feels like a whole time like tree barks with like a bunch of like, I guess you'd say like circles, which is interesting. But still, it's a alright shellcat build. I'm not disrespecting it, by the way. This is like one of the most like interesting shellcat builds, or sort of an interesting shellcat build I've pretty much shown. I don't know what else to pretty much say about it. I guess if it's a real life like coral and like literally in real life, literally under the ocean, the flat coral, then this flat coral is pretty much an interesting shellcat build. So that's all I can pretty much say for this one. That's all I can pretty much say. So yeah, flat coral, since you're the newest shellcat build of 2025, welcome to Selena Beast World. Alright, well everyone, I'm gonna go ahead and end off right here. If y'all enjoyed this, you already know what to do. So I will see y'all in the next video. Bye.